Good morning, my dear students. Today I am here to start a new chapter, that is photosynthesis, and it is your chapter number 4, photosynthesis in plants. So first and foremost thing, you have to study about nutrition. Okay, nutrition means the process of obtaining and utilizing food for the energy. That is called nutrition, the whole process. First you have to obtain the food, and then you have to utilize that food to get the energy. This whole process is termed as nutrition. Okay, now if we'll talk about the types of nutrition, so first is autotrophic nutrition. Okay, autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition simply comes from two words. Auto means same and troph means nutrition. So these are those organisms which can obtain their food by themselves. That is, they can prepare their own food. They are also called as producers. Okay, so plants are the main autotrophs of this atmosphere, and all the organisms on this earth are directly or indirectly dependent upon producers for their food. Now the next type of nutrition is heterotrophic nutrition or consumers. So heterotrophic nutrition, the word suggests heteros means other, and troph, troph means nutrition. So these are that type of organism which are dependent upon producers for their food. So except the plants, all other organisms are termed as heterotrophs because they are unable to prepare their own food. In the producers, or we might be knowing that they can prepare their own food by the help of chlorophyll, water, sunlight and carbon dioxide. So they are called producers. They can prepare their own food, and at the same time they can prepare food for others also. The same food is utilized by other organisms. Either they can take directly, that is herbivores, or they can take indirectly, that is carnivores and omnivores. Okay, so this is about the nutrition and their types. Examples already I have told: autotrophs only plants, rest others becoming heterotrophs. Okay, next we have to study about the photosynthesis. So where does the photosynthesis occur? So in the photosynthesis, first and foremost, what happens? The solar energy is converted into chemical energy. Simply, here you can see, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. In the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, along with carbon dioxide and water molecules, what is happening? The plants are preparing glucose, C6H12O6. That is the food for them. When these glucose molecules are in more amount, these are converted into starch and stored in their body parts, either the roots, stem or the leaves, flowers and fruits also. Okay, so this is glucose plants prepare their glucose, and at the same time oxygen is also released during this process. And all of you know that living organism except the plants, they need oxygen for their survival, for their respiration process. And respiration process releases ATP. That ATP is used by them for their metabolic activities. So oxygen is necessary, and this oxygen is only liberated during photosynthesis, and at the same time the photosynthesis maintains the oxygen and carbon dioxide cycle. Means the maintenance of amount of O2 and CO2 in the atmosphere is being carried out by photosynthesis process. Because producers, they release oxygen, that oxygen is used by the consumers, and the consumers after the respiration process release carbon dioxide, which is again used by the producers for their photosynthesis process. Okay, this is the basic idea about the photosynthesis and the nutrition. Now if we will talk about the places where the photosynthesis will take place. So if we will talk generally, in the leaves photosynthesis takes place, but in some of the cases when the stems are green, younger stems, they can also do photosynthesis up to some extent. Okay, so this is about the places of photosynthesis, where does it takes place. Now if we will talk about the position, exact position in the leaf, so you might have heard about plastids, and the most important plastid, chloroplast. There are three types of plastid: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. So in the chloroplast the photosynthesis takes place. The chloroplast contains the chlorophyll. Okay, and chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis, and at the same time chlorophyll is helping the plant in keeping its leaf and stems green. This is the work of chlorophyll. Also it is responsible for absorbing sunlight. If chlorophyll is absent, it cannot absorb sunlight. Okay, till now it is clear. Now we have to study about the structure of chloroplast. What is the structure of chloroplast? How it looks? Okay, so if we will talk about the structure of chloroplast, simply it is looking like this. Here if we talk, see here they have stack-like appearances. Okay, and these are joined from one end to another end. So these are stack-like appearances. This is the grana or the matrix. Sorry, it is the stroma. Okay, this is the stroma or the matrix, and here you have grana. Okay, this one is your total is your grana. Okay, now see the green parts of the plant body contain the cells called chloroplasts. Each chloroplast is surrounded by two membranes. One will be outer membrane and another will be inner membrane. These two membranes, first one this one and another membrane will also be present like this. So this is outer and inner membranes of the chloroplast. Okay. Inside that chloroplast there is a ground matrix or ground substance that is called stroma. Here, stroma. This is the ground substance. Means ground substance. It is the place, just like cytoplasm of the cell, where every other enzymes particles will be distributed in this place. That is called matrix. So the matrix of the chloroplast is known as stroma. Now it contains stack-like structures, just like if you are putting one coin over the other and you make a pile of 10 coins suppose, or 15 coins suppose, you are making a pile. So in that case, the single coin what you are taking, that is called thylakoid. The single coin is known as thylakoid, and the whole stack bunch of that particular heap of that 10 or 15 coin, whatever you have taken, that will be called as grana. Simply in the same way, the grana, so many are there and all are connected with each other. And here the granum is singular, grana is plural. So this grana contains a chlorophyll. Every thylakoid has chlorophyll contained in them. This is clear? So this is a simple structure of the chloroplast, but yet very important, because without the chloroplast the plant cannot produce their food. Okay, this is the structure of the chloroplast. Chlorophyll molecules are surrounded or found on the surface of each membranous sac. Each sac is there. One sac is thylakoid. On each of the sac, the chlorophyll molecules are present, as I have told you. Okay. So this we have studied. Now if we will talk about the process of photosynthesis. So in that process, what is happening? CO2 and water is reacting in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to form the glucose, and at the same time water and oxygen is also released. Some glucose is utilized by the plant body for their own metabolic activities, for fulfilling their own needs of the body, and rest other glucose molecules are converted into starch. Other glucose molecules are converted into starch and stored in their body, in all body parts, especially root, stem, leaves, especially on this part, also the fruits. Okay, that's why it is told every plant part contains starch in them. Okay, now oxygen is also involved during this process. Energy from sunlight. Now see here, just in the previous section or previous when I was starting from this topic, I have told you about photosynthesis, that the solar energy is converted into chemical energy. Nothing else happens in this process. Only what happens, this solar energy, H nu, the sunlight, the solar energy is converted into chemical energy. Okay, the reaction is this 6CO2 12H2O gives glucose plus 6H2O plus 6 oxygen. So in this lecture We are studying only about photosynthesis. So today I have completed 3 topics: nutrition, process of photosynthesis, and then types of nutrition, and lastly I have told you about the structure of chloroplast. And the most important thing, you read the book. Whatever problem you will get, it will be discussed in the class, and you feel free to ask the questions and read the book properly. In the next class or video, we will start with other topic of this chapter. Okay, thank you.